big rendezvous for gentlemen of the Fourth Estate. We call it Journalist Hangout. You say it's number one. Welcome. I am Citizen Jones Hussein. Now, today on the program, EFCC rearrests Bobrisky at Lagos Airport, just as court releases very dark man on bail for impersonation after his arrest by police upon honoring invitation at Abuja. Now, NEC urges President Tinubu to withdraw tax reform bills for broader consultations, and later we'll share this with you. MEND, the movement for the emancipation of the Niger Delta, condemns Governor Fubara and Wike's feud, vows to protect oil installations in Niger Delta. Let me report I'm hanging out with the team master, team captain, Babajide Kolade Otitoju. We fondly know him as BKO. I greet you. How do you do?
Greet you, Citizen.
Yeah. BKO, we are joined by the personable Dr. Olabisi Deji Foluchile. I greet you, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good to see you. I address you. It reminds me of Amotekun.
Okay, so you see the team is ready. I hope you are. All right, then let's go. You know, in a case akin to lightning striking a place twice, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has rearrested controversial cross-dresser Idris Okuneye, a.k.a. Bobrisky, at the international wing of the Murtala Muhammed International Airport, Lagos, days after he was released on bail by police authorities. Now, the cross-dresser, we are told, was arrested as he was about to board a flight for London. Meanwhile, let's tell you that a popular social media activist, Martins Ose, I hope I got that right, whose moniker is Very Dark Man, was arraigned before an Abuja Chief Magistrate's Court sitting at Wuse Zone 6, Abuja. The allegation against him is that he falsely impersonated a police officer. Very Dark Man has pleaded not guilty. These are crazy times.
Yes. You know, we discussed this matter.
Yeah, I think 2 weeks or so ago.
On Sunday.
Yeah, okay.
And somebody said that he wasn't sure that Very Dark Man had committed any crime by wearing a police uniform.
When he's not a police officer.
He's not a policeman. He has no training as a policeman. If he had requested for a police uniform to do a skit,
yes,
that seeks to change society, a skit, for example, that affirms that crime does not pay. Nobody, but you do you put on a police uniform and you are saying
that's him I'm seeing on the screen.
And you are saying, unlike the police, you are going to be more responsive.
Yeah.
You know, and that you will investigate matters with speed and all that. You are in another breath condemning them and saying that they are not up to their job. So
yes, you are donning their uniform.
You are donning their uniform. Look at see how good he is. If he wants to join the police, he should join the police one time. You know, so that they can find a good use.
They say many people seek advice only after their minds are made up. This is what he's trying to tell you.
You know, when you look at him, he reminds me of the Lagos State Police spokesman. He's looking trim.
Yes,
like that handsome Lagos police spokesman, Hyundai.
Yeah.
No, just look at Hyundai and look at her, except that this one has far plenty muscles.
And besides, he's a very dark man.
There are far more Nigerians darker than him. I'm not even sure he's darker than me to start with. You know, but the truth is, I reckon that he is anxious to change society.
Oh, yeah.
I align with a lot of the things that he's doing, but I do not align with his exuberance. There are some things that he does that you see that youthful exuberance showing. There are some things that he says that he ought not to say. You know?
And you know, as they say, the trouble with the youth is they have seminal moments.
So if he does not restrain himself, he will be moving from one problem to another. At the end of the day, that will affect his brand. Because you must not, for you to do a good job, you have to stay out of trouble, you have to stay out of controversy. You know what? Moving from one problem to another, he has not, the Falana libel matter is still hanging on his head. You know? Because look, Bobrisky can say everything when he's speaking one-to-one. At that point, it cannot be libel. But when it is now released to the public, it becomes libelous. Yes. A conversation between you and I that is supposed to be personal. Somebody now externalizes it, publicizes it. It's at that point that it becomes libel. And if I didn't tell you to go and release it, how am I liable for what?
You are impugning the system.
That is the point that I'm making, that Bobrisky didn't willfully libel the Falanos. A conversation between two persons, you know.
He elected to
with the other person not even aware that it's being recorded. You cannot say that is libel. I don't know how you can prove that. But and you can see that Bobrisky is even claiming that he didn't make that conversation. Now he too is moving from one trouble to another. You sprayed money, you got arrested, you got jailed. After being jailed, you opened your mouth wide to say, you compromise some people to drop the charge of money laundering. Now you try to leave our country through semi-border. They arrested you. After you are released, you know, at Alagmo, you then try to go to London. Again, the picture of you and another person on a flight went viral. And they came and pulled you out of the aircraft.
Every picture, BKO tells a story.
He has failed to face the House of Reps. The EFCC too invited him. He didn't go. And you are trying to leave the country. Of course, they will come for you. Because
at that point, you become a person of interest.
Of course. That's why they stopped him at Semi-Border, for example. So, a person of interest. He has to go and defend himself before the House of Reps and before the EFCC. And he should go with his lawyer, because my own feeling is the EFCC is an interested party in this matter. So we must be sure that the EFCC will be even-handed in handling this matter.
This is the Bobrisky angle to it, you know, everything is having to do with they say be careful the choices you make. he has elected to be a shim, if you understand what I mean. But defend it.
But the question is has he offended any law by being who he is? I don't think so. Being who he is not the issue. But what he's doing with who he is, I think those are the issues here. And the fact that, you know, when he was first of all imprisoned, I think at that time he even had lots of sentiments in his favor. That, I mean, he's not the only one that has praised money and all of that. Coming out to now talk about the things that transpired, to the point that, you know, the lawmakers have to investigate whether he was actually in the prison ward or not.
No, if you if you dance and they say when your daughter dances, make them not ask, say whose child is.
So that? I think he's bringing all these issues upon himself. Really, that's the way I look at it.
Brought the EFCC into the fray.
Yes,
brought the
Falanos into the matter. He brought the prison officials, and at the end of the day, now even people that try to probably, help him, he has put them into trouble. Oh. So I mean. Definitely, they will also want to have their own hand of flesh against him, and probably that is what he's facing now. But also, I'm not sure if at any point in time he's been told not to travel out of the country. Because if he has not been told not to travel out of the country, that means he's free to move around. And then we need to really know why the EFCC went after him to bundle him out of an aircraft.
You said they extended invitations to him to come, and he refused. The same way he refused to go and face the
panel
House of Reps.
Okay.
And you remember that very dark man was saying, "Look, I will not talk here. If I talk here, make I die." Because the person behind this whole trouble
is not here.
But he eventually had to talk at length.
when he was when they kicked him,
he swore on oath and talked at length. Despite initially saying, if he talk, make him die. He will not die. By God's grace, he will not die.
BK, what you said earlier on is instructive here. Care must be taken, so punishment does not exceed crime.
That's in respect of who?
Very dark man.
Very dark
man. Every crime for which a man gets charged has
stipulated.
That's stipulated.
Yeah.
So I don't think that anybody has the right to simply wear police uniform and call himself a policeman.
He has been given a bill.
Yes, he's been given a
sum of 2 million naira, which I think is reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that the conditions attached to it, I hope you'll be able to meet them.
Mine is, be careful with the choices you make.
Yes, you cannot say, you see, my fear is people want to treat our country like a place where there is no law.
Oh, yeah.
You can't just wear the police uniform and be moving around and call yourself a policeman.
Okay.
And then dress down the policeman, the police in the process. They will come for you if you do that. So do your thing.
Yeah.
Fight for equity, fight for justice in our country, but try as much as possible not to trample on our laws in the process.
It will take effect.